Hey, it's Ken. Time for another video. I had someone ask a question on my last video, which was about barrel length for the 5.56. And even though it was a good question, I could understand that I don't think they truly got what I was aiming at. So we're going to discuss that real quick. And also the question or the statement they made, 277 Fury, or what's also called the 6.8 Fury. So I have some pictures here for you. This is the 6.8 SPC, the 5.56, the 277 or the 6.8 Fury, and then the 308. All right, so the 6.8 SPC is designed or was designed as an upgrade for the 5.56. Now the whole point I was trying to make during that one video, barrel length 2, there's no point in trying to improve the 5.56 when the issue with the 5.56 you created by continuing to shorten the barrel to 14.5 inches. Well, yeah, that's great if all you're doing is CQB. And CQB, when I was in the Marines, CQB not only meant room clearing, it meant any combat 100 meters or closer. So yeah, 14.5 is great if you're doing close combat 100 meters or closer. But once you get past the 300 meters, then you start having a problem. And the further away the target gets, the more problems you're going to have. So that was the original intent of that video number 2. But since somebody asked about the 277 Fury, we're going to talk about it again. Now, once again, this is the 2.77 Fury or the 6.8 Fury, and this is the 308. Now, when you look at these 4 projectiles or these 4 cartridges, the 6.8 SPC was designed as an upgrade to the 5.56. Unfortunately, they had some, my understanding is they had some chamber pressure issues. So by the time they got that corrected, the Army had moved on. Now here, you see the 6.8 Fury and the 308. Well, the 6.8 Fury is an upgrade to the 308. Now, maybe some people won't agree with that, but take a good look at the projectiles. Okay, the 6.8 is a 6 SPC is a 6.8.43. The 5.56 is a 5.56.45. The 308 is a 7.62 by 51. And the 6.8 Fury is a 6.8.51. So, other than the actual design of the shell casing here, it's pretty much the same bullet, okay? It's the same size, 7.62 and 6.8. That's not a lot of difference, okay? The real difference that you're gonna find between the 6.8 Fury and the 308 is cost. All right, okay, so it's exponentially higher cost than 5.56. So the average rifle cost of a 6.8 Fury or a 277 Fury is $1,700. You can buy a good 5.56 for around $900. That's an average. For the 277 Fury, the cost per round is $2, and for the 5.56, the cost is 55 cents. Magazine cost for the 277 Fury is $40 per magazine. For the 5.56, it's $13 a magazine. The weight per round for the 277 Fury, you can carry approximately 15 rounds per pound. But with the 5.56, you're carrying approximately 40 rounds per pound. So We're going to talk about how much it would cost you to set yourself up as needed. Okay, so to purchase a rifle, purchase a rifle with no scope, no gewgaws, 1,000 rounds, and 10 magazines for the 2.77 Fury. It's going to cost you $4,100. Now, Grand Thumb did a video recently about the 277 Fury, and he had a SIG spear, and it was all tricked out. That particular rifle, the way Grand Thumb had that rifle set up, that's going to cost you $4,000 alone. No magazines, no ammo, just the rifle that he was using in that video. Okay, but if you have a 2.77 Fury with no scope, no gewgaws, it's going to cost you $1,700 or $4,000 for the rifle, 1,000 rounds, and 10 magazines. However, for 5.56, a rifle with no scope, no gewgaws, 1,000 rounds, and 10 magazines, it's going to cost you about $1,600, $1,600. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is because I've said from the very beginning, the videos I'm doing is for preppers. Okay, it's for preppers, and that's what the way we're going to adjust this new cartridge, the 277 Fury. Now, as Grand Thumb stated in his video, it's great, right? I mean, it really is. It's designed to replace the 308 or the 7.62 NATO, and it does very well. It does exactly as it was designed to do. It was designed to punch holes in the personal armor on a near-peer opponent. Near-peer opponent meaning they have pretty much the same gear that we have. So if you can punch a hole in somebody's body armor at 500 yards, that's a good thing. The question is, who's getting the rifle? Now, the Army's already stated not everyone's getting this rifle. And there's going to be some problems with the Army fielding this weapon system. As I stated in my last video, there's got to be the weapon itself, the rifle itself, plus magazines, magazine holders, cleaning kits, yada, yada, yada. It just goes on and on and on. The more people you try to field it to, the more of these things you've got to have. I was in the Marine Corps when the Humvee got fielded, the squad automatic weapon got fielded, the M9 got fielded, and things did not go as well as you would think. Okay, we got the gear, but sometimes the supply system wasn't prepared for us to have the gear. There were no cleaning kits, there were no parts for the Humvee. There were a lot of issues. Another issue the Army's going to have is who's actually getting the rifle. Now, for decades, one of the Marine Corps mottos has been every Marine a rifleman. Now, that means that Marines have been traditionally changed or trained out to the 500-yard line. So you go to the known distance range, you shoot from the 500-yard line, and the reason we do that, or the reason they do that, at the time was to build confidence in your shooting ability that yes, you actually could hit a target at 500 yards with iron sights. Now, during World War I, the Marine Corps was shooting at 800 meters. And with the 30-06, the Marine Corps proved they could shoot and hit man-sized targets in combat at the Battle of Belleau Woods, where the Germans got online and they started attacking, and then their attack collapsed and they retreated because the Marines were actually making body hits with the 30-06 at 800 yards. And the Germans weren't used to that. They'd never seen it before. So the Marines have a tradition for shooting long range, but the Army does not. Now, things may have changed. I don't know. Haven't been active duty for over 21 years. So I don't know what's happening right now, but I know for decades, while Marines were shooting at a known distance course, they were shooting at the max range of 500 yards. I also know that the Army was shooting at a max range of 300 yards. 300 yards. So here we have this rifle with a new cartridge that allows you to make hits out to 800 yards. Well, now you're in the designated marksman territory. This is a designated marksman's rifle, a designated marksman's rifle cartridge. It does very well all the way out to 800 meters. Trajectory is very flat. The muzzle velocity is very high, so it has the distance from muzzle to target is shortened quite a bit. But that's the question. What's the Army going to do? Right. So now is their motto going to change to, or their philosophy, I guess I should say, is it going to change to every rifleman's a sniper? Because you start shooting at 800 meters, you're no longer a rifleman, you're a sniper. That's been the consistent policy for as long as I can remember. And when you're shooting at 800 meters or 800 yards, you get specialized training. So are they going to field this to every infantry unit? And if they expect each one of those infantrymen to be able to make hits at 800 yards, then they're going to have to change their training program. I mean, what's the point of fielding this new rifle and the new cartridge at this great cost when you're only asking your guys to shoot at 300 yards? I mean, that doesn't make any sense, at least not to me. Maybe it does to them. Maybe it does make sense to them, because what they're trying to do is defeat body armor. Well, is that really necessary? Maybe they think it is. I don't necessarily do, at least not for the prepper. Because most individuals, if you hit them in the chest at 300 yards, and even if they do have body armor on, I don't necessarily think everybody's going to want to continue the fight after you've hit them in the chest a couple of times with a 5.5 projectile, less than 300 yards. They're going to be ready to call it a day, I would say. So I don't know how you feel about this, but I think for the prepper, not unless you've got a lot of extra money laying around that you have nothing to do with, then maybe purchasing the 277 Fury and all the accoutrements would be good for you. But for the normal day prepper, I don't think it's a good idea. There's a lot of things you can purchase for $4,000 that are more important than the next, whoop-de-doo cartridge and the new rifle and, $2,000 scope or whatever it costs. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. Plenty of food, plenty of things you can purchase. Like, do you have a year's worth of food? Heck, instead of purchasing the new rifle and you don't have night vision, how about going to buy night vision or some type of thermal spotter? Or go buy more ammo and then get more training. The list goes on. However, if you're wealthy and you ain't got nothing to do with your money besides waste it on, or excuse me, not waste it, but spend it on this new rifle and the cartridge, then you gotta knock yourself out. But that's what I wouldn't do that. I don't suggest it. Well, just something for you to think about. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time.